friends, welcome back to the Hooligan Knitter podcast. As always, I am your host and resident hooligan, Sierra, and this is where I come to chat about my knitting. I have my phone sitting in my windowsill up against the screen of my open window, so please excuse any dust, but I need to have my window open because it is a glorious fall morning. Here in Minnesota, it's like 45-50 degrees right now, and I need to take advantage of that because we have not been getting any fall weather here. So apologies for any dust speckles. I have a bird feeder outside and some very loud cardinals. I apologize if they start screaming. I can't control the wildlife. Anyway, I have 3 finished objects. 2 works in progress, no acquisitions. I've been behaving myself, but I want to talk some plans for kind of the rest of the year. Yeah, let's get into it. So I did it, guys. I finally finished my lime green season sweater by Ozetta. It's done, and I feel meh about it. Totally my fault, not the fault of the pattern, because I didn't really follow the pattern. I just kind of counted my gauge, or calculated my gauge, and then knit a raglan with half fisherman's rib. So it is what it is. But here she is. I have been wearing her a little bit. I love this color. So that is probably my favorite thing about this sweater, is the color. Things I'm about, obviously the yarn. I have been hating on this yarn since the day I got it. This is some vintage acrylic yarn that I found at a thrift store. It feels terrible. Not the best yarn I've ever worked with or worn. So that's on me. The reason I bought it is because my husband and I had just moved to Minnesota. We had just started our business, so we were balling on a budget here. And this yarn was like $3 a skein at the thrift store. And so I was like, oh, this is my opportunity to get a sweater's quantity of this incredible color for cheap. So I bought it, and then I started knitting with it. It's terrible. I will say it has gotten better since I have washed and dried it. Yes, this went through the washing machine and the dryer. It's acrylic, it's fine. Don't come for me. But it's still, I don't know. It's fine. And then as far as the fit, which is again totally on me, not Ozetta, the collar is pretty tight. I mean, she is up against my neck, and I've been yanking on it to stretch it out, and I do anticipate that over time it will relax and stretch out, but that's a little bit annoying. It hasn't been stopping me from wearing it. None of the problems I have with the sweater have stopped me from wearing it. It's just, it's annoying. So the collar I don't love. The sleeves I'm actually into. I didn't do any shaping on the sleeves. And I'm kind of into it. I'm kind of into this oversized, what is it, a bishop sleeve when it comes in tight around your wrist. I guess it's not really that because it doesn't really come in tight, but I'm kind of into the shapeless sleeve lately. I did this on my Vargo sweater too, and I love it. I probably could have knit it a little longer. It has a tendency to ride up, which is not really what I want. Theoretically, it's a full length sweater. My belly button is here. So she's full length. But if I'm walking around and doing my thing, she rides up. And again, my belly button is here. And now suddenly she's at my belly button and I look Like, it's not great. So I don't know, because again, like, it's a full length sweater theoretically. I don't know. I threw away the rest of the yarn, so like I can't go back and add any length. I have been playing with the idea of styling it with the hem like tucked up. Let's see. Like that kind of. I don't know. And I've mostly been wearing it like over dresses and stuff. But yeah, she's done, and she's mid. But she is done, and I'm happy she's done, and I have been wearing her. It's just like not my favorite thing I've ever knit, you know? But that's okay. Not everything we make is gonna be like a home run. I was too lazy to make coffee this morning, so I'm just drinking this. Oh, there's ice in there. Is that ice? No, I think it's just a label crinkling. Today's beverage of choice. We're doing great over here. Happy Friday. Okay, other finished objects. I'll start with the one I've shown before. This is the Fjord hat by the Petite Knitter. I knit this out of Harrisville Designs, Highland base. I don't know the colors, but she's done. I blocked her. I did make some modifications to this hat. Firstly, I used a worsted weight yarn. The pattern calls for like DK. So I did worsted, and then I know my colorwork gauge tends to be loose, which I know is backwards from what it's supposed to be, but it just is. So I made sure to just cast on the number of stitches, or a number of stitches that would work with the chart repeat number. So I think I cast on 90 stitches. Does that sound right? 90 or 100? No, it was 90. And then also, because I was using a larger needle, a heavier weight yarn, and gauge is way off, I did leave out, there's supposed to be another motif above this one, but as I finished this motif, I realized it was getting to be pretty big already. So I decided to leave out that last motif and just did my decreases. And I think it's super cute. This is a gift for someone, so I'm not keeping it, but I think it turned out pretty well. All right, so that can go off to its new owner at some point. Let's see, and then, oh wow, lovely hair. My last finished object is another hat. It is another one of the Petite Knitter's hats. I have her Arctic Knitting, or Arctic Knits book, and I love it. So I knit another hat from that book. And this one was also kind of a fail, but it's fine. This is sort of the Snowdust hat, and this one hasn't been blocked, so. And the reason this one was kind of a fail is, so I had the same concept in my noggin of just cutting out some length from the chart because I was using larger needles, different stitch count, and I just wanted to accommodate that. But I think I kind of undershot it because it is not very tall. Like if you compare it to this one, yeah. And I think I actually would have been okay if if the decreases weren't so rapid, but it's fine. I'm gonna give this to my niece either this Christmas or next Christmas. The circumference fits my head. The length, however, leaves a little bit to be desired. If I put this on, circumference, fine. Length, yeah, that's gonna be a no from me, dog. It's super cute though. I might remake it in like at length because I do think it's super cute. I did a double folded brim for this one. The pattern doesn't call for that, but I wanted to. Wow, can you tell I just like woke up and didn't do anything with my hair? Don't answer that. I did a pearl ridge at the bottom just to give it like a nice clean edge. And I think my color work looks pretty good, if I'm allowed a little humble brag there. But yeah, finish that. It's gonna be for my niece, who gets all of my knits that don't turn out. Yeah, those are done. So those are the things I finished since last time: a sweater and 2 hats, and that feels pretty good. As far as whips, let's again start with the one that I have shown. I forgot to put a marker on this last time, so I guess I can't really show how much progress, but this is my, oh, that looks so good. Ripple bralette that I'm turning into a cami, also with a different weight of yarn and needle size. It's fine. I'm almost done with the body. Obviously this is knit bottom up. I'm going to do another like 3 inches. I want it to be about 15 inches total in the body. That way when I put it on and it stretches and it loses some length, it'll still be like pretty long. Yeah, I've just been cruising 3x3 rib in the round. Not a whole lot to say. This is Loops and Threads. I don't have the label anymore. This is just Loops and Threads from Michaels. Acrylic blend. It's like a single ply. The colorway is called Flame. I do know that. And I think it's working out really cool. My friend Sophie recently got a store-bought orange camisole tank top thing, and it's been living rent-free in my head, so I decided that I needed to recreate that. So this might be done next time I record. Yeah, I mean, I have hopes. Yeah. Now that this stupid sweater is done, this has been getting a lot more love, clearly. But yeah, I'm looking forward to adding this to my wardrobe. I think it's gonna be perfect for fall, if fall ever shows up. It's October and it's been like high 70s, low 80s, which is upsetting, but yeah, one of these days. And then my other work in progress that I have been working on, I guess it's a half-finished object. I started my Halloween socks. I don't remember if last year I showed my Halloween socks or like the year before. I'll show those next time because I do have another pair of Halloween socks that I made. But this is this year's. And this hasn't been blocked, so don't look too close. Isn't this incredible? This is Pacific Northwest Pearls on their Rainier base. Rainier. This is 75/25 superwash merino nylon, 4-ply, 463 yards per 100 grams, in the color Monster Mash. Johanna from Femme Knitted sent me this yarn, and I have been patiently waiting for months to cast on some Halloween socks. And I knit this in like 3 days, which is absurd. Like, full disclosure, I probably could have added a little bit more length to the foot. She's a little snug. but it fits. Like, it's not uncomfortably too small, it's just like noticeably a little too short. But I'll just like give it a good stretch when I block it, and I think it'll be totally fine. But yes, the Monster Mash colorway is the self-striping, and then I just use a little nugget of Cascade Heritage in whatever the black color is for my cuff, heel, and toe. Just a vanilla sock. I do 60 stitches for my vanilla socks with a Fish Lips Kiss heel, 2x2 rib that you can't really see because it's black yarn. Maybe we'll slide this over. Yeah, okay. You don't need to see the back of my computer monitor. Yeah, I finished this last night. I will probably cast on the second one today. I have the house to myself all day today and until tomorrow afternoon, so I fully intend to get cozy and knit some socks. This is the cake. Isn't that beautiful? It's so fun to just look at, and I am going to have so much of this left over. Maybe I'll make Hunter some matching Halloween socks. That could be fun. Much to consider. But those are the things that I have been working on. Those are the things that I have finished. I don't have any acquisitions, like I said, although I'm being left to my own devices, so I might go hit up the Yarnery's new location. They just opened earlier this week, so I think I might have to mosey on up to St. Paul, and check that out. I do want a new pair of scissors, and my mom has requested some purple socks, so I might have to go take a little peek-see and see what kind of goodies I can find at the Yarnery and check out their new like making space, because now they have room for you to just like sit and hang out and craft, and I think that I'm gonna have to do that. Yeah. This is really good. Okay, and then plans. My next two cast-ons. I'm not usually someone who plans their cast-ons. I'm not usually someone who plans anything. Let's be so for real. But I am down to 5 whips right now, which is like a reasonable number of whips for most people. Is my ADHD cured? Maybe. At the height of my whip madness, my highest number of whips that I've ever had at one time is 16. And now we're down to 5, which is remarkable for me. That's really cool. I'm very proud of myself. But I'm trying to like maintain that number. Usually like 5 to 7 is where I'm happy. So, I mean, if I can get it under 5, that would be like unthinkable. But we're trying to like exercise a little bit of self-control here. Not a lot, but like a little bit. So I think the next garment that I cast on, I am going to cast on after I finish my orange camisole. And I'm going to cast on another mini mock neck with this delightful merino from Jubilee Farms in Clinton, Illinois. I got this at Wisconsin Sheep and Wool last month with Johanna, and oh, it smells so good. This is technically a DK, and that pattern calls for a fingering. However, I think I can get away with using this because it's super stretchy. It has so much bounce. It's so pretty. And I think this will be a really, really good neutral layering piece to have if, again, it ever gets cold. But like a merino little tank top to have in the cold, I think is gonna be so nice. I've also been playing with the idea of, oh, what is it called? It's by Hooligan, I think. Nope, lost it. I've been looking at other top-down, like tank tops, camis, things like that. But I really like the mini mock neck. I wear my red one all the time. And I think having this merino around my neck is gonna be so nice. So that's my plan, but I'm not letting myself cast this on until I finish my orange camisole. Because then I will have gotten 2 garments off the needles before I start a new one. And that feels like a very healthy thing. So, and then socks, I'm going to finish my Halloween socks, probably this weekend, let's be so for real. And then I can't decide if I'll ask Hunter if he wants Halloween socks. But if he does, I will make him some Halloween socks. If not, Pearls, do any of you want this? If he doesn't, then I might cast on the socks for Boob Hat Becca's mom, Lisa. We love Lisa. Becca picked out this yarn for Lisa at Wisconsin Sheep and Wool. This is 4 Crows Fibers Donegal DK, which is 85% merino, superwash merino, 15% Donegal. And she requested that I make her mom, I think she picked out the Spring Trellis socks by Cindy Hagen, which is great because I love that pattern. And I've been wanting to make another pair of them, like ideally for myself, but yeah, so these will be the next pair of socks I have on my needles if Hunter doesn't want Halloween socks, which now that I think about it, I don't think he's gonna want Halloween socks. He's not a Halloween guy. So these are the next socks that are gonna be on my needles. This is the next garment that will be on my needles. Maybe these will be on my needles next time I record, because these socks are gonna probably be finished this weekend. I knit this in like 3 days, so yeah, these are definitely gonna be on the needles. And then the camisole, I just need to knit another like 3-ish inches on the body, and then the top doesn't take very long, so that'll definitely be done next time I record. So this might be on my needles too. That's exciting. This smells so good. Okay, I need to stop being a crazy sheep person. Okay, those are my things. That's what I finished. That's what I've been working on. That's what I want to start. So this is kind of a short episode. What are you guys working on? Are you guys knitting Halloween socks? Or like spooky socks, comfy socks, cozy? I have a group chat going on Instagram with some knitting besties, and a couple of people are making, I think the Summer Lee socks. I think they're by Summer Lee, but they have little ghosts on them, little colorwork ghosts, and they're so cute. I'm getting like a little bit of FOMO, even though I have these going on. I don't think I have any. I do have white Drops Fable. Maybe I need some ghost socks, but I need to not keep casting things on. We're exercising self-control. I think 1 pair of Halloween socks a year is fine. Right? Right? All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend if you're watching this when it comes out. I had an alarm go off and it cut me off, but I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend, rest of your day, night, whatever. I hope you guys are manifesting some fall weather. Yeah. Bye, friends.